in what can be described as vintage Mike Tomlin playing down to competition every single time this happens against a team below this team's talent level or has a worse record than us in general. He never ceases to amaze me with his consistency. Because not only does Tomlin have a good track record, I guess you can say, of going up against rookie quarterbacks, because it's funny, in my pregame, I said, I can't remember the last time the Steelers, lost to a rookie quarterback. Well, I sure as hell remember the last time he lost to one now, because it literally just happened. You see why I said in the title of my preview, don't fall for the trap? Guess what happened? By God, did they fall for it. There was a part of my mind that knew the Steelers would fuck this up like they always do, and by God, did they fuck it up. What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. I'm Mac, and I'm back with another video. Hey, your Sunday can't be any worse than what the Steelers had today. They lose 30-6. 30-6 to the Texans today. 30-6. Never close. Never a ball game. Never competitive. There are no positive aspects, no good takeaways, no nothing from this gutless, lifeless, pathetic collection of clowns that took the field today and impersonated a football team. You guys ought to be embarrassed. See this logo on man, I'm so pissed I can't even point right. You see this logo that you wear on the upper left-hand corner of your jersey? You don't deserve to wear that logo after today. It should just be a solid black uniform or a solid white uniform next week and going forward. Because you didn't earn that freaking logo today, not one bit. I don't even know where to start with today's game. But you know what? I guess I'll start from the top. And that is with coaching. Mike Tomlin, you had the best offensive showing all season last Sunday night against Vegas with a confident offense, for once good play calling by that absolute dumpster fire of an OC that you keep up there in the press booth week after week after week after week with Matt Canada. And this is the performance you turn in? How about your defense that you called today, if you want to even call it that? Where was the pressure on C.J. Stroud? Did this team even sack C.J. Stroud today? I can't even say that. Not one sack today against C.J. Stroud, who had a busted O-line beyond belief today. Nico Collins just shredded this defense today. A second-year wide receiver making an absolute fool out of the most expensive defense in the league. And you can't ring up one sack. Where was Peasy Jr. in coverage? Why do you still have Levi Wallace, that washed up, no good, has-been of a corner, and his butt buddy and Patrick Peterson as well? I feel so bad for the Steeler fans who flew down to Houston today and wasted their hard-earned money doing what they do for 5 or 6 days a week. Because I know those fans are in the same situation that I'm in, or just about. Because, let me tell you guys this right now. If I was this incompetent with what I'm supposed to be doing at work, my company would have fired me by now. I'm dead ass serious. If I performed this badly at my job, I wouldn't have a job. But nope, not in Steeler land. Tomlin keeps getting a pass. Tomlin keeps getting the benefit of the doubt. Canada keeps saying, oh, by God, we'll just figure it out someday. 6 points. And the thing that absolutely did it for me today, like every other Steeler fan, it's 4th and 1. You got nothing else to lose. Go for it on 4th and down. I agree right there. But on 4th and 1, you either sneak it with your quarterback on 4th and 1, or you finally use your tight end who you traded in the draft for with Carolina and Darnell Washington on a play-action play because Pat Freiermuth hurt his hamstring and he can't make a difference. Get your tight end and depth involved. But no. Shotgun play. Kenny Pickett gets sacked. And as far as I'm concerned, he tore his ACL. Did not return for the rest of the game. And as far as I'm concerned, he's done for the rest of the season. That is the cherry on top, the shit Sunday that was this afternoon in Houston. Because, let me tell you, the Texans, are they, a dominant team on offense? No, they're not. And I'm not taking anything away from them. They're a rebuilding team that's trending upwards in the right direction, and they're feeling good about themselves. They're 2-2 now. CJ Stroud turning in back-to-back solid weeks. And they have some explosions on that offense as well, like Nico Collins and like Tank Dell. And their running back like Dameon Pierce, who gashed us today as well. They're trending upwards. You see all these teams in the league that all go through low. Teams like the Bengals, teams like the Lions, teams like Jacksonville, teams like Indianapolis, teams like, the Dolphins. They all go through low, but you know what? They all get better. Because they draft well, they make changes, they are smart with play calling, and they use their depth. This team does the same shit week in and week out, offensively and on the field as well every week, and that is a reflection of coaching. These two, Tomlin and Canada, they should have just been left in Kansas City last Monday night when the team plane needed to make an emergency landing from Vegas. You should have just left them in a cornfield somewhere in Kansas City. I want these two gone. I just crack up when people say, well, Tomlin's never had a losing season. That ain't good enough over here. And you want to know why? Because this is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I say it seems like I say this every single time we lose a game. That banner I have in the background says Super Bowl champions, not 9-8 champions. We don't say stairway to 7 for nothing. And this team will not, and I repeat, will not win a Super Bowl anytime soon, much less make the playoffs, as long as Tomlin and Canada are here. Because a team in any sport always takes on the character of their head coach or their manager. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, when it comes to playing elite competition, or when it comes especially to playing teams that are inferior to them, at least talent-wise, at least on paper, because we are now no better than Houston, they're soft, lazy, undisciplined, carefree, making mistakes, unaggressive, bullied. And if you watched any part of the game today, you would have known that. Just by how they played. Like I said, I feel so bad for those Steeler fans who flew down to Houston, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars with their hard-earned money that they get from work. Airfare, plane tickets, tickets for the game, hotels, food, parking, concession stands, traveling back, gas, if they drove down there. They wasted all their hard-earned money to see that crap on the field for today. And they're going to waste it again next week when the Baltimore Ravens come into town. And it is an absolute middle finger to me. And it is an absolute middle finger and slap in the face to these fans who pay their hard-earned money, who bust their ass at work, like myself. Okay? Because they don't make millions and millions of dollars a year. I have to. I put more effort into my freaking YouTube channel than the Steelers put on the field, and that is absolutely pathetic because I do this part-time for fun. The Steelers don't make anything fun. And I have to do it. 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. I get up early every single morning, 5-6 days a week. Get up, go to the gym, work out, bust my ass at the gym, go to work for 10 hours a day, and come back home and go to sleep and make my money and keep myself alive. These guys, when I see these absolute scrubs and these absolute clowns of coaches do the same thing every single week, where they take the field and they sit up there in the press conference or in the press booth. Tomlin says some big ass words in his press game conferences every week, and Matt Canada does the same offense week after week after week after week, and this team just does not care. It is an absolute insult to me for someone who works incredibly hard because he has to. It is embarrassing. It is disgraceful. It is pitiful. Any word you want to throw in there. There are not enough English words in the English dictionary to describe how piss poor today was. Today was a complete and epic failure on all aspects. There are no positives to take away from this game at all. The only good thing that I can say about today at all, the only good thing I can say, the Browns and Bengals had terrible games too today. So aside from the Ravens improving to 3-1, the Browns and Steelers are both now 2-2. We're still ahead of them because we have the tiebreaker over them. And the Bengals are still in last place at 1-3. That's the only good thing I can say about today. And isn't it funny how it has nothing to do with the game itself? These guys should be embarrassed to call themselves Steelers. They should be embarrassed to call themselves football players. You know, I am not stunned about today, but I am shocked at the way that they did it. There's playing down to competition, and then there's whatever the hell the Steelers did today, because they did anything but compete. The very moment Houston scored a touchdown today, I did not have a good feeling for the rest of the game. It doesn't matter if Muth was out for the rest of the game. It don't matter if Kenny Pickett's going to miss the whole season, more likely than not, with a torn ACL. Hope to God he gets better, okay? And I've come to a conclusion with Matt Canada's offense. It don't matter if it's Kenny Pickett. It don't matter if it's Mitch Trubisky. It don't matter if it's Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes. It don't matter if you have 07 Tom Brady out there. 07 Tom, any quarterback in Matt Canada's offense would go out there and have a hard time with this offense. Because we are seeing no improvements whatsoever. And I kept pushing the agenda before the season began. Yes, this can be a playoff team. Yes, this team can make some noise in the AFC if they just open up the playbook. Like, I seriously believe now last Sunday was a fluke. Because this is the offense that we've seen week in and week out for years now. And it is not changing anytime soon. Canada and Tomlin, if they were anywhere else, they wouldn't have a job. Like I said, if I was this incompetent with what I'm supposed to be doing at work, I'd have been fired. I am not kidding you. This was a complete and epic failure any way you slice and dice it. No matter what you want to say, no matter who was in and who was out, no matter what plays that we drew up today. Today was an epic and complete shit-the-bed performance. And it is not getting easier. You guys should be embarrassed. Absolutely humiliated. I am embarrassed to wear these colors right now. You guys are a complete disgrace to the Steelers today. This is now you've lost 2 games. And wouldn't you know that in both games, you have allowed 30 points total and you've lost by over 20 points. You call that progression? You call this a playoff team? You look like you don't even belong in the NFL. You'd be lucky to even make it in Pop Warner. Get yourselves together. Pick yourselves up off the ground. You had a terrible day today, and you got your biggest rival coming into town next week. What are you going to do? You going to lie down in fetal position and sulk and wallow in pity and defeat like I know that you're going to do? Or are you going to get up, and are you going to actually try to fucking improve? You're embarrassing. Get yourselves together, guys. I mean it. And Tomlin in Canada, I don't care what you guys do with yourselves. I really don't. Because I'm done giving you guys chances. I really am. You guys sure you want to have Tomlin as your head coach? Because this is the type of performance that he puts in against elite teams and against teams that are below his team's level of talent. You sure you want him as your head coach? You may want to think twice about it. Anyway, 17 minutes in of me yelling and getting pissed off about this team for no reason at all. But thank you for tuning into the stream. Hey, my team may not make it fun for me to stream, but I always have fun interacting with people. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I will have my Monday morning out tomorrow. And that's not going to be pretty either. Mac checking on out for the day. Have a good one, everybody.